You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
Not expecting the protest.
Like, I know it's not going to do nothing for Quentin.
Okay.
I mean, I do it because I was there for Quentin. I don't want her to live happy in that house.
Well, my suggestion, and I can make a suggestion, is next time try to protest like places that can effectuate change instead of that place. Because what's happening is that those neighbors, again, kind of terrified, and some of them feel like they're getting bullied, especially by Betty, who likes to dox and also threaten lawsuits and go after people's livelihoods. And so is Dolly, does the same thing. And I think you need to just think next time and say, well, if you have something, because there's a lot of issues with CPS and there's a lot of issues with, you know, the town and how they run things, you got to go after those people. You got to be more strategic on what your actions are, because, you know, that's my advice to you. And you probably just didn't, you know, you didn't know any better, in my opinion. And I think you cared about Quentin, but you just was going by emotion. Am I right, or am I like am I off now?
No, you're right. But I was reading a comment from Please Hear Me Facebook. She isn't here because she feels wrong. She's here because she's mad at Betty.
No, I think you are mad, but I think you're here because you want to be heard. You want your side of the story to be told, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so that's why you're here. You're not here because you're mad at Betty. You're here because you want to. So I think like you kind of used by Betty in a way, and well, you were used by Betty. But yeah, but I guess like, what was your interaction with BHP? Like, did you talk to her? Did you talk to?
I want to talk, but reading these comments, I can't say.
Yeah, but you got to like just ignore the comments.
I can't off.
Okay.
Like, nobody's even like.
No, it's rough because honey, this is why. And look, I would rather you just not even read the comments, because a lot of them are people who don't really know you or the situation.
Okay, you're right. No,
they know what they've seen. Now look here, I can show you a video, and I can send it, and it's really, I mean, I really don't want to do that because I can feel the hurt in your voice. I can feel the pain in your voice because I know you were there for the right reason, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like you do have a heart that, you know, your heart was in the right place, and I can understand that because I'm a hothead too, and I've done things that I'm not proud of as well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not proud of what I did at all. Like, I knew I could have got killed running up there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could have, and then where would your baby be? You know what I'm saying? And here you are, you know what I'm saying? I understand that, you know, you want to get justice for Quentin. We want that as well. Yeah. But see, what I'm saying is, like I said before, I can get behind somebody going to the DA's office and asking why they're not investigating, or going to the police station because they can actually arrest somebody. You know what I mean? They're the ones who can arrest. Why not protest their office, or maybe DCFS or DFACS, whatever you guys call it? You know, protesting somewhere like them. They were involved and they didn't do anything about it. They had been involved for months. They failed this child over and over again. Can't get behind blowing horns, playing baby music, playing Quentin's voice. That was too much. And we have all sat here and watched this shit go on for 5 days, and we couldn't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to say something to you though, Kimberly, like this. Okay, so when you're reading these comments and it hurts, you know what I mean, and it sucks, and like you made a mistake that you can't take back and you got to live with it. And I've made tons of mistakes. I've got arrested for way more embarrassing shit. Trust me.
Right.
So I want to try to like shed some light on like where we're coming from with this. Okay. So we do the true crime thing, and sometimes we come in hot with some emotion, like we did with this case at first. But when we saw the protesters, we took a step back, like, wait a minute, you know what? We need to collect our thoughts and get the facts straight and not act on emotion, because we've seen a lot of crazy cases where we thought people were totally guilty and they ended up not being. Like, there was this case, I think it was Cash Gurning case, where it wasn't the mom. It ended up being someone who did sneak in the house. And like, for some reason, I don't remember that case as like the details of that case as well, but like I could paint like 100 different scenarios that could have happened, right? And I'm more speaking specifically about Billy more than Leilani. Is that I had to step back and try and take a look at, you know, she's a grandma. She's trying to hold it down. She's trying to have a babysitter supervise her daughter. She, you know, and at this point right now, I feel like she's holding on to see how this investigation goes. I feel like she's been pretty transparent and honest about not trusting her daughter and not hiding that from people. And it's just like when the protesters were outside, like, hey, you need to turn yourself in. There's no turning in. She doesn't have a warrant, right? And it's like anything could happen. And they got these people outside. Like, what if they are innocent? Like, and there's these people saying these horrible things outside. You know what I mean? Like, and like, I feel like
and we just had news come up yesterday in the Delphi case. That's been 5 years, girl. 5 years they've been working that case. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but they had a kid, Keegan, who had been under arrest and had been accused, had horrific things said about him and his family. And come to find out, it was actually Richard Allen, who worked in the pharmacy, had 2 kids, and was right under their nose the entire fucking time. Saying like no one has been charged yet. Yes, they said Leilani, but fuck, Danny was in there. The other person was in there. I mean, you got to look at everybody. I side eye everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Leilani's not the only one there. Maybe she did do it. You know what I'm saying? And if she did, she deserves to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Anyone that hurt that baby does. But what's going on right now is definitely not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've been reading the comments while y'all in the newest ones. Like,
don't read the comments.
No. What I was saying is, like, a lot of people are saying now, like, they can hear the sincerity in my voice and like just let me listen. So I'm feeling a little bit better now.
And it's hard to face the
music. Like, one person just said, like, she, like, give her a break. She literally, like, she's right here. It's a lot to take in. I have respect for her for even.
Yeah, I have more respect for you than a lot of people that, you know, you came up here. It was very.
You're the only. Well, you and Savage Mama, you're the only two that have had balls enough to come up here and speak to us at all.
Yeah.
So
right.
I give a lot of credit to you. It shows you have a lot of bravery. You know what I mean? I think your heart was in the right place. I think you made a mistake, And I think there's some bad people. Like, I think Betty uses people. I think Dolly uses people, and you were used. Unfortunately, I hope everything goes fine with the thing.
Olivia too.
I keep on forgetting about her. But I think your heart was in the right place. I just think you're young, and when you're young, you make mistakes, and you don't know better.
Absolutely, and that's what I did, and I owned up to it as soon as it happened, and I owned up to it every single day since then. Like, and I've never been to jail before. Like, I have no record, and people were just egging me on, and it has nothing even to do with that. But like, really, it just.
What's your story?
I think that's important, though. I think she's the only square that was out there, to be honest with y'all, because I heard a lot of little backstage talks while people were going live and walking around, and there's some talk of some criminal activity amongst those people, and some of those people don't have custody of their kids. They have no business out there. You know what I mean? And I could see that you, like, when I was watching you, and I seen your face, I could just tell by looking at you that you don't have a past like that.
Yeah, I think sometimes the mob makes you do things you just wouldn't normally do, and I think it's just that's what happened to you in that situation.
That's why it's called mob mentality, because you start thinking of people, the mentality around you.
And it says they saw her coming a mile away, like Betty.
Paloma says, "What's your story?" She says, "Ask her what's your story." Like, I guess she means like, I don't know if she means like Dickens, I was born, I was raised, or does she mean like your story about? Because we already talked.
You plan on going back there?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm not going back no more. Tonight was my last night.
Okay.
I only just decided to drive by because she was out yesterday, and I was only out there for maybe like 2 hours, maybe, and then I came home. But there was only like 6 people there. I was like, Mari got there, and then I think she was like the only one live, and I went live on my Instagram. That was it.
Try to give that family the benefit of the doubt if you can, though. Like, and think about like, what if they are innocent and all these mean things are being said, like horrible, like that one lady Mary, like going on about, did you sacrifice and eat your baby?
Yeah.
Oh, do you fuck your mom? You guys are incest, like horrible fucking shit. Like, this terrible. Like,
can I say something real fast?
Man.
Like, if somebody says a comment, can I reply to him real fast?
Yeah.
Hey, Savage Heart, you said, did Betty or Dolly have you sign anything? And no, they did not. Should they? Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm trying to get like the questions from the chat. If I missed some things, my apologies, guys. I'm just trying to read the chat.
Well, I can read them while y'all are.
Yeah, I'm trying to read them. But if you think anything that points out you want to answer, but just realize, like, I think a lot of people are sympathetic to your situation.
Right.
So,
no, they should not have you be signing anything.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Well, did BHB like tell you not to talk to anyone, or like Dolly? Like, did they just be like, don't talk, think like other YouTubers are bad or something like that, or did you have?
No. I never even seen Dolly. I went when I got arrested, and then I went tonight. That's the only 2 times I went.
Kimberly, I just wanted to jump back up and tell you thank you for coming up to talk with us tonight. And I had just a couple of questions, if you don't mind. Could I ask you a few things real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have other friends that still plan on going back out there?
Only person I could think of is Mary.
It's easy to get caught up in the moment, but I kind of wanted to, I guess it's more of like a scenario than a question, but I just feel like while we have this rare opportunity, I'd like to bring up that, and I'm not saying this is what happened here, this is more generally, but like accidents happen and strange shit happens every day, and people have family secrets and all kinds of stuff in every family, right? And this, to me, what everybody's doing, not just you, honey, because obviously there was a whole group egging you on, right? But it sets a very dangerous...
She dropped out.
Oh, okay. Dang it.
She'll be back because her thing keeps messing her up.
Yeah, I think she's got a bad.
Oh,
and I know some people think 26 is so old, but dude, her brain's only considered fully scientifically developed as of a year ago. And
I mean, it's a grown woman, but shit, I was doing hella crazy. I was doing hella crazy shit at 26.
I was kind of married and strapped down and stuff, like with kids, so I didn't. But everybody I know, like I did my stuff earlier than that.
Girl, I turned 26. I met my husband in 5.
To put that across, because I think that. Oh, are you back, Kimberly?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I was just saying, if you fall off again, every time you hit the back button, it yeets you off. It like throws you out or whatever. So the link is pinned at the top, right at the top of the chat. There's a link pinned right there. So if you do fall back off, you can just click that link at the top. It'll bring you right back up here.
Okay. Kimberly, Michael Simon's saying something to you right here.
Yes, Wolf Boy in the chat, which is pinned up here on the screen, says, Kimberly, can you help teach other protesters?
No, I'm not talking to him. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Hey man, I wouldn't want to be in the middle of that either.
I don't want to be in the middle of that. That's fine. Between you guys.
I can't talk to him.
I mean, she's already gone to jail once, so I can't say I would blame her.
I mean, you don't want to talk to him?
Hold on.
Yeah, I can't talk to him. I can't talk to him.
Oh, legally you can't? Okay.
He
was one that pressed charges. I can't talk to him.
That's okay. You don't have to, honey. He probably didn't realize asking you that was against the rules. Or I'm sure he wouldn't have if he realized that. So there was a question asked, did you know that BHB and Dolly are selling their footage to the news media?
Yeah, we wanted to know if you knew
that.
Yeah, they're selling it.
Yeah, I also wanted to know yesterday, did you guys know that when all that shit was going on and the signs were stolen and stuff, they made a huge spectacle out of it? And she said, come on, you guys really want to piss off my haters? Start sending super chats and cash apps and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they made bank yesterday off that. Bang.
They already sold it?
This is probably my business to say, but
Why
maybe
you're blocked, I really don't know. But
maybe if you could help undo some of the rage,
I mean,
maybe then you wouldn't press charges. I just wanted to throw that out. Maybe y'all could work together and not press charges.
No, I really can't because, like I said,
yeah,
I'm
let her
a
do her own
full-time
shit.
mom. You know, I'm a housekeeper. You
Yeah.
know, this is my
Yeah,
last
let her
night
do her
going
own
out
shit.
there.
That's between her and them. So that's
Yeah,
fine.
it was just a random idea to throw in.
So, so when
people
were they
catch
talking about
charges.
selling this to the news?
They already
They already have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been
Honey,
going
he was
on.
on Court TV.
And they brought his.
They were
They're
on
on
Court
Court
TV.
TV.
Court TV
Oh my God.
pulled the series or what show or whatever the fuck.
Oh, no,
wait,
you
oh
weren't
my
on
gosh,
Court TV.
What, guys, one at a time?
I was on
No, you
Court
weren't. No,
TV.
you weren't.
No, you
No.
wasn't. No, you wasn't. It was another thing. They confronted Lonnie in the back of a hotel or something like that.
I don't think the stuff with you had happened yet, honey.
Yeah, you're not on Court TV. I think
Not that we've seen.
No, you're not. No,
They're
no,
just looking to sell their footage. So could it happen? Maybe you should be prepared, but I don't think they have anything good enough that they'd want to pay for it this time. Do you guys?
No.
I don't think you have to worry, especially if you're not going back out there.
Yeah, I'm not going out there no more.
I'd stay the hell away because you're just risking it to have something worse happen. And when
Yeah, I kind of just, went to drive by to see if they were out there, and then I just decided to stay out for a little while.
Yeah.
And then I visited.
The police told the family yesterday, Kimberly, that there have been violent threats and stuff. So literally putting yourself out there, if the police is worried about people getting shot, you should be worried about people getting shot.
Yeah, I don't know what's all going on out there, but I've been getting people from all over states telling me and stuff.
We heard it straight from the police's mouth yesterday, speaking to the family, that they are afraid for their safety and somebody driving by and doing that to them.
Right.
So being out there is dangerous for everybody, quite frankly. I wonder if your friend Mary knows that. Does she realize that there's an actual threat to her safety being out there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she does?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if y'all talk or not, or if y'all are actually friends, but you should probably tell her there is an actual risk to safety being out there.
Wait, who, Mary?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me and Mary are real good. Oh, yeah, I've already tried it. Yeah, I've told her already.
Okay. Themselves are saying that people have made threats of very serious violence, and I'd hate to see y'all get caught up in the middle of that.
I don't know if Mary cares too much, though. Mary says some really, really, really awful things.
See, I don't know which one Mary is.
Mary's the one who talks about the sacrificing.
Oh, no, never mind. I do know which one Mary is. My bad.
Yeah.
Basically, you got to you do realize they've been egging on this about Dolly and Betty. They've been just egging on so they can get footage. That's their whole plan. That's why they've been telling all these other protesters to do this, because they're just doing it.
You need to go watch Chronicles of Olivia and what they did to Brian Laundrie. Do you know in Florida, because there is laws changed in Florida because of the Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie situation, the other woman that put a laundry basket out there in front of him and taunted him and shit, she's actually planning on coming down there as well, from our understanding. So it's only going to get worse. And they make fucking bank off of this because people love to watch a train wreck. And like I said, there's not even been an arrest yet.
Right.
Yeah. Is there? What else do you want to say? I mean, it's your time to speak. It's really people want to hear what you want to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to watch the Chronicles of Olivia. They did this stuff with Summer Wells. They did this stuff with Gabby Petito. Like I said, there's laws. Hopefully laws will be changed.
Yeah.
But
I kind of told you guys a little bit, but it is 12 a.m. I do have to work in the morning, so I'll definitely keep in touch, and maybe we can do this again, and I can finish explaining the rest of my story.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Kimberly, for sharing. It helps us understand more when people are willing to share what they're doing.
Yeah, and this is also the first time I, have tried to tell. Basically what I said was the truth, 15 minutes of fame, not knowing who they were, and now finding out that they do you know who they sold it to? Court TV?
No, see, that's what the only footage we've seen that would be involved.
Well, Dolly said today that he got some great footage of you guys, and he was going to sell it to, if not already, Inside Edition. So, that's on his.
I know the Daily Mail has been looking.
Yeah,
for
they've done just as well. Yeah.
Can you just answer this one question? Does she know there is no video of a dumpster? I got that question, but so was it. I'll put that down there as a question.
I mean, there's no video floating around that we know of. I mean,
there's. I haven't seen it. They said there is, but I haven't seen it.
That's a lie.
Yeah, we haven't seen it either because it doesn't exist, Miss Kim.
Okay, I'm bringing comments, and everyone, you're welcome, everybody. Stay. Yeah, I'll say thanks. Stay safe.
Yeah,
well, thank you guys for having me on, and thanks everybody for listening to my side of the story. I know you might not believe me or whatever, but that was the truth. And I hope you enjoy listening to me.
No, I believe you. I believe that you didn't want to be famous. I think that it's more about something inside of you that you needed to fulfill by going out there.
Can I give you a little piece of advice?
Of course.
Okay.
Kimberly Rose, no, I will not apologize for the family.
No. Just my piece of advice is that you're young, and you have to look at circumstances as around people, what they get out of using you. You have to look around, and you got to be careful, because there's a lot of people out there that will use you in life, and you got to be careful of that. And they'll use your emotions to basically facilitate what they want. and you got to think logically. Like a lot of people make mistakes. They think humans are like logical creatures. No, we run on emotions, and you got to be careful of that. And I hope this teaches you just to avoid the situation and focus on your own life. And if you're going to want to protest, try to effectuate actual change by going to like.
But really, that was only my first protest because it was for Quentin and it was local.
And I hope this is a teachable moment. And I hope this never happens again. I hope you have a long and happy life, and this is just a bump in the road. And
but if you guys don't mind, because I won't remember if you guys, my maybe I don't. Well, y'all name everybody knows my name, obviously. Well,
are you talking about how to get back to Queen's channel or whatever?
No, I'm just talking about how to like.
You can just hit subscribe.
Hit subscribe and turn on your bell. If she goes live again, it'll send a notification to your.
Now, like, can I message you on there too?
Yes, there's QueenBee's
email.
You have to go on.
Good luck to you.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Willow wanted a question. Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
No,
I wanted to say, like, please try to give the family a break, though. I mean, consider, like, if you're in that situation and, the way you felt when all these comments were flying, like I said before, like, you really don't know what's going on. So,
well, she said she wasn't going to go back out there. So, really, what more can you ask?
Yeah.
But then they don't stop.
Well, but her reaction to, like, would you say sorry to the family, or like Michael even saying anything is like extremely negative. They had every right to press charges on her, though. That's
I know, but she's saying
you don't know all the history. She said she lived on that street before.
Well,
we don't know. There might be history previous to that. We don't know.
I'm pretty sure that she would have mentioned if she knew them.
Yeah.
Well, they pressed charges, though. She legally cannot address him.
Yeah.
Without
Well, no, and I don't blame her for that. But when someone said, "Would you ever say sorry?" and she's like, "No," and I'm just like, okay, well,